Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cobx Masters. We're back, baby, with our very final best of three. This is it. This is the final game in Phase 1. We've made it, Daredevil. We're
Did you
almost
just
there.
call
We're
me
almost
baby?
done with Phase 1, and we can move on with Phase 2.
Did you just call me baby?
Did I
Yeah,
assume your gender?
you're not allowed to assume my gender. I recognize myself as a helicopter.
Well done. In case you've missed our games yesterday, we've had two rather one-sided semifinals. Both teams won their respective matches 2-0. Extreme 5 had a bit of a closer series. I believe the first game was 16-14, the second
Yeah,
one was 16-10.
definitely.
But God Particles, they just stomped. It was 16-3 and 16-4 in the second. It was an absolute stomp. So hopefully this time in this final, we're going to see something spicy between those two teams.
Hopefully, and one thing I would like to note is that God Particles actually completely dominated their opponent. So we can actually see how skilled they are. Like, we don't know if they're just that good or their enemies are just that bad. You know, so it's hard to really tell when it's a stomping. You know, while Extreme seem to have had a lot bigger of a challenge. But again, it's hard to tell. Again, if these two teams right now in the final are at the same level, judging by their previous opponents, it'll all come down to how they perform against each other. And that said, this is going to be the first map, which is, again, as mentioned yesterday, I believe this is Extreme's map pick. Yeah, this is Extreme's map pick on Inferno. And it is going to be a best of 3, so God Particles has picked Mirage as a secondary map, and it's going to be Cash as the third, for those viewers who are interested in the map choices. So let's see, this is Extreme's map pick, and they are going to start on their T side, so on the weaker side here. So if they can get the pistol round here, this is going to be a very good start from them.
Arguably, this is exactly what they wanted. They did win the knife round, and they did choose to stay on the T side to start off the game, and it might just pay off here. Mr. Mayhem finds the entry onto Knight Rider as he looks towards balcony, gets another one. The Magician on site gets 2 straight to the head. Nasty's trying to shut him down, and KRC helps him out. They finally get that kill onto Magician, but it's down to a 2v2. The bomb has yet to be planted. There's Godby from the one side and Ember from the other as he moves on to the site without making any footstep, any noises. And he does find that headshot onto KRC. Nasty's the last to drop. And to the stars, Shivy is ready to take that kill. God Particles win the pistol.
Well, this is actually a good start from God Particles, but they did get very close as well. It wasn't a walk in the park whatsoever. So Extreme is already putting up a fight, but I don't know. It's still early days. You can't really tell from the first few rounds, but at least it is a good start from God Particles. They are going to go on a easy second round here because Extreme 5 did actually plant the bomb. So they're going to go for that buy in the third round. So God Particles shouldn't have any issues coming into this round. But there is a player at City Spawn that is not moving. Okay, he's coming now. I think it could have been risky if they rushed that and then there's only 2 players. That could have been a bit too risky, but he is here now.
Look at that.
And it looks like Extreme 5 hasn't decided where to go yet.
The nades already reduced Mayhem to 55 HP. Nasty's also super low at 19. Those were just nades. That's very frustrating for Extreme 5. Bear in mind, none of these players have armor. There's nothing but P250s to work with. But as you said, this is a throwaway round, but yet they would hope to get a few frags, maybe even a bomb plant. That would be best case scenario as Mayhem rushes onto the side. He finds Ember waiting for him. Shivy gets another one, this time onto Nasty. It's a clean round for God Particles. They get all 5, and they win 2-0.
Yeah, that was expected they're going to have an easier round this round. There's only basically a full eco, but this is going to be the important round now because Extreme 5 actually have full weaponry, I say as KRC buys an ump. He's gonna go for utility instead. But God Particles actually have less weaponry this round than Extreme 5 does. So if Extreme 5 wins this round, God Particles also have some money because he has submachine gun.
Ooh, Knight Rider.
Good
It
start
wasn't
already.
enough. The MP7 doesn't really do that much damage, and Mayhem takes advantage of it. He finds that headshot, and they take control of mid there. But look at that Guard Particles. They're pushing from Banana, and Kerosene knows this as he hides in T-Ramp. There's 3 people from God Particles pushing Banana, which means it's only Shivy here standing short. He's the only one holding A site, practically. But Extreme 5 do not know this. And they have yet to move the bomb. They've got a lot of time left on the clock, over a minute. So there's definitely no rush, as Ember just sees a silhouette there through the smoke, but can't seem to find the shot. He re-smokes it again to buy some more time. He sees a shadow, and that's all he needs to see. Nasty goes down. It's even an AK for Ember. This is perfect for God Particles here. They're buying a lot of time. And Extreme 5, they seem lost here. They don't know quite what to do, but they finally start moving towards that A side. Took them a while, but they realize, guys, if there's 2-3 people shooting us through that smoke, which that can only mean there's only one guy on A. And yet, they're not committing. Instead, they're going for that banana push again. Magician is the only one there now. God Particles, they thought Extreme 5 would aim for A. So did I. But instead, they're going straight for Banana. It's a good flash. Magician's fully flashed. He pops his flash, but it's not enough. Mr. Nice was ready for it, and he gets that headshot. Magician goes down as Extreme 5 make their way onto the B side. There's no one there from God Particles, but they're sprinting there as fast as they can. There's an AK for Ember, but CT is smoked off. He's hoping to get lucky through the smoke, but no such luck. As Spider makes his way from Ruins, there's Mayhem and Wimp waiting for him, and Wimp picks up that kill. Gets another one, this time onto Shivy. God Particles, it started off well, but they couldn't keep it going, and Ember's the last man standing versus 4 people. Bear in mind, all 4 of them are pretty low. They're all really lit here. But I don't think Ember's going to go for this. He's just hiding behind the sandbags in Ruins. Actually above it, hoping for an exit right there.
Yeah, but he is very close to the bomb as well, so eventually does need to get a move on. But maybe he can get a few exits here. They are going the same way he is.
Oh, there's 2. Maybe he can get the 3rd. Yes, he can. That's a headshot onto Mayhem as well. This is good stuff from Ember. 3 exit frags. This is exactly what he was hoping for.
Good stuff from Ember, and expensive from Ember as well. That 3 kills actually completely ruins Extreme 5's economy here. They should have a lot more money than they do here, and since he did get those 3 kills, they are gonna buy up, but they're gonna buy up with what's left of their money. Obviously, except for the one person who didn't die. But still, look at the economy from Extreme. That means if God Particles ends up winning this round, then Extreme 5 is just going to end up equaling yet again. So, good stuff from Ember. He actually did a lot of impact, even though he didn't care about living. And the best case scenario is that not only did he get those 3 kills, but he ended up surviving as well. So he gets to keep that AK. He gets to build up his money as well that he used to basically drop to a teammate.
Yeah, he gave that up as a gift for Knight Rider. But so far, Knight Rider hasn't really taken advantage of that gift. He's actually down to 16 HP. Very, very low as he holds the A site. Extreme 5 have yet to make a move. Bear in mind, they've thrown quite a few rounds in their semifinal when they just waited out the clock and they wasted time. But maybe this time they've learned, because Wimp just got 2 entries there onto Shivy. Knight Rider finally shuts him down, but it's taken him too long and he's lost 2 members for it. He's all alone on that A side down. He's down to 16 HP as well, but Ember is joining up with him, giving him some backup. Still a 4v2 situation. Extreme 5, they definitely have the advantage here. There's only 1 flash left, and it's on Mayhem, but Knight Rider, he misses that off shot. This is deadly for him, but Ember gets a 3k! It's a 4k for Ember! He clutched it for God Particles.
He seemed to be, maybe his confidence has grown a lot since that 3k in the previous round. Look at his scoreline already. He has 11 kills. And it's only been 4 rounds, so already he's showing a lot of confidence, and he's having basically the start of his life, and actually the start that God Particles need. Because if he went down there, especially after all those misses from Knight Rider, they could have actually lost the round. So very important there from Ember.
Ooh, that's a good molly. It burns everyone from Extreme 5, and Ember's ready for them. That's 2 in a row. And he's still up. He's still alive. He's still heading shots. Wimp finds Magician with a lucky headshot there, but he can't do the same to Shivy. Shivy picks up those last 2 kills. God Particles, they lead 4-1 here. Interesting stuff.
Yeah, he's already... Honestly, God Particles is showing a lot bigger challenge than Infamous did yesterday against Extreme 5. And Extreme 5, like, not the best of starts. They did do well to get that bomb plant, but even though it's almost a clean sweep, Ember broke their economy. And then this round, Ember got that 4K, which basically forced them to eco. And now they're going on a double eco, just so it could buy again. And this is basically going to guarantee a 5th round here for God Particles.
The op got a tag through the wall onto Wimp, but it was not enough. This time, however, does find that kill onto KRC, and Mayhem goes down as well. This is good stuff from Knight Rider. Spider backs him up there with the MP7, gets 2 as well. Mr. Nice, however, finally shuts him down. But Mr. Nice is the last man standing here alone versus 4. The op wins out against the P250, and God Particles, as you said, guarantee their 5th round.
Yeah, but now they're going to buy, and not only they're going to buy, but they're going to be able to buy Alps as well. So Extreme 5 have another opportunity now to actually win this, to bring this back, sorry. Because God Particles, if they keep running with this momentum, they're going to have a much easier side on their T side. And keep in mind, this is Extreme 5's map pick, so they're not showing the best of starts here, but it's still early days, so they still have an opportunity to.
Rider, he's got the angle, and it works out. He even gets a molly kill onto Mayhem, surprisingly enough. So that's 2 kills for Knight Rider to start off the round. This is... wow.
I'm not sure how he got them. Did he get... I feel like his enemy got naded in the same time, and basically that molly burned them too fast, because there was no reason for him to actually die from that molly. He has more than enough time to run away from it. Unless it was double carpeted, you know, when you stack up those mollies.
Yeah.
Maybe one from Banana also threw it, so there's a possibility. But he didn't get an assist either, so questionable.
In all cases, Extreme 5, they're gonna have to play this round without Mayhem and Nasty.
Yeah, really good start from Knight Rider. I mean, considering how much he was missing earlier and Ember had to save the round, Knight Rider is actually stepping up here with that op and getting quite a few kills. Gets a 3rd as well.
It's Mr. Nice dropping as well, joining the spectator list, which means only Wimp and KRC remain in a 2v5 situation with 30 seconds left on the clock. They're running out of options, really. They might consider just saving their weaponry. Indeed, that seems the plan. Or is it? Because they're about to rush Banana here. They've got a smoke. They've got no flashes, though. And they should know that there's an op holding that angle. With 12 seconds remaining, they do smoke off CT, but they fall back. Then they don't want any of that action. They're just going to fall back and save their weaponry to fight another day.
Yep, and already 6 rounds down. As it's still early days, actually, since there's quite a few viewers on the stream. I'd like to ask viewers, who's your favorite team coming into this final? Who do you expect that's going to win? Who's the favorites in your opinion? That's it's always a nice, fun game to have every final to these regions. So, if you'd like to participate, let me know. And yeah, already 6 rounds for God Particles. So easy peasy so far for them. Not so much resistance, especially with Ember and Knight Rider doing their part. The rest of the team don't really have to do much, really. They're getting 3 and 4Ks every round almost. And I think so far this is going to be a tough round here from Extreme 5. They do have one P250 and an AWP. And a Gilli's not that bad. I mean,
yeah,
could be better, but it's not a bad weapon. So they are lacking in weaponry, and they have some utility. They can use the 3 smokes and 2 mollies for something. They don't really have any pop flashes though, so they're gonna have to do one big push and hope that they have enough bodies to take over a bomb site. Because without those pop flashes, the CTs are not gonna be blind whatsoever. So this is gonna be a tough push from Extreme 5, but let's see if they're gonna push towards B. There's only one person holding it. As I'm looking on the floor for some reason.
Oh, this is going to be an easy side take for Extreme 5, which is perfect for them because they really want to plant that bomb. They should be able to have it here. Magician from Ruins can't seem to find that shot onto Nasty, but he finds Mayhem though, and KRC as well, who was flashed off. Ember gets that kill onto Nasty. The nade finds Wimp, which means Mr. Nice is the only one left alive. He does get the headshot with the Galil, but Knight Rider shuts him down. That's another round for God Particles. They lead 7-1, but Extreme 5 managed to get the bomb plant down at least. It's something to work with.
But yeah, they did have... Well, they want more than at least, really. I mean, they had... I'm quite sure all 5 players by the time they went down that banana push. And although they didn't have a lot of flashes, they did have smokes and mollies. So... yeah, they did get the bomb plant, but they are also 7-1 down. So, you know, at this point in time, at least is no longer relevant to them. They need to actually start winning rounds here, because if they don't, their CT side is going to be really hard. I know it is the favorite side, but you also need rounds, because if you don't have enough rounds, then you have little margin for error. As soon as you make a mistake, you can lose the entire game. You know, you need to actually have room for mistakes, and even if you lose around here and there, you'll have a few gun rounds that you can still work with.
Ooh,
nice
nasty.
Shot from Nasty. It was nasty.
Yeah, that was nasty. The headshot onto Knight Rider. That would be Nasty's first kill of the game. He's been having a rough start, but this is his chance to catch up now. As the flashes come out from Extreme 5 towards mid, you see Shivy and Spider, they're forced to back off, back towards the site as the bomb makes its way short. For now, at least. Magician finds Mr. Nice with a headshot. Mr. Nice was the lurker for Extreme 5, so this could be dangerous. They have to commit to the site, and Nasty finds another kill, this time onto Spider, but Shivy shuts him down. Here's Wimp on the site. He gets some backup from Mayhem, and they both get Ember and Shivy as well. This is good stuff from Extreme 5. They can plant the bomb now. Magician is the last man standing for God Particles. He does have the money to go for this, but is it actually worth it? It's a 1v3 situation. Wimp and Mayhem both are tagged down to 51 and 63 respectively, but the op is at full HP. That would be KRC with the op. So this is a risky attempt from Magician if he goes for this, but I don't think he's going to go for this. Is he?
No. Yeah, obviously not. Only 1 versus 3. Doesn't have a kid either. But he does get that op, so I think that's what he's really aiming for here. Just run back and keep that off for next round. And Knight Rider will be able to use it. But he might get overwhelmed here from the side if he's not careful.
Mayhem. Is he gonna go for this? He might actually go for this, and the op finds the kill. Magician shuts Mayhem down.
Very close position from an op.
This is very expensive for Extreme 5. They did not have the money to go for this hunt. And now they have to live with the consequences.
Yep, and although he did save that op, they actually had quite a bit of money. So saving that op makes it even cheaper for them, that they won't have to rebuy that op. And although Extreme 5 wins this round, which is a very important round for them to win, they also lost that loss bonus. So they can't lose any more rounds from now on. If they lose this next round, they're going to be forced again on eco. So, very bad days for them. A very nice start. Wow, Magician getting a bit too aggressive.
Very well then. I mean, it was good for Nice, but that nade from Knight Rider just traded it back. It is a 1-for-1. And you have to give credit where credit is due. Knight Rider and Ember are both performing really well today. Ember with 14 kills. Knight Rider, the second player on the server in terms of frag, with 10. KRC Gets that entry onto Spider, and now they can make their way onto the site. Shivy is hiding in pit, but he's the only one here. There is a CT coming from Library to back him up. That would be Ember. He's a bit too far away. Shivy finds that kill onto him. Can he get another? No, he cannot. Nasty shuts him down. He's looking towards Library now. There's Ember hiding right outside of it, but they know exactly where he is. That's a good molly. Oh, the smoke! The smoke actually saved him. Was that Ember's own smoke? Or was it...
Yeah,
I believe it was a misunderstanding.
I think it was his own smoke. Many people tend to throw a smoke on themselves to save themselves from a molly. And yeah, that was good for them. Now they have a 2 versus 3, and they only have 1 kit here, so they need to start moving. But it's gonna be a tough retake. They're both going the same way.
Nasty surprised Knight Rider there. He was not expecting someone to his right. He takes advantage of it. That's the Opera going down. Ember's the last man standing. He's not gonna go for this.
No, he's gonna go for some economical damage. And as usual, Ember does succeed in that economical damage, but he did not run away in time. That's the only issue.
He could have ran down mid. I'm surprised why he went long. I mean, he could have just...
Yeah, he could have dropped that M4 to the star, especially, who has 2.4. Instead, they're gonna use up more of their economy just to drop that weapon. And now, God Particles actually have to be careful here. They are starting to lose quite a bit of money. So if they lose this next round, they're gonna start being in trouble. So Extreme 5 actually in a good position, although they keep losing so much money.
That was such a good hit for Knight Rider.
Yeah, no, although Extreme wins this next won the last 2 rounds, they're so poor just because of how much damage God Particles happens to do in them. So at this current moment, it's a vital round for both teams. Whoever loses this should be forced on eco.
And you can tell Knight Rider really does not want to eco. Getting that first frag, and now he's holding in a bit of an aggressive place to hold, really, for an op. Usually you see them fall back towards Arches after that mid pick, but he's still staying mid. But he can be safe because Extreme 5, all 4 of them are at Banana now. They've yet to really commit. They've got smokes and flashes, no mollies, however. Could be dangerous here. But with 45 seconds left on the clock, they have to do this. That's gonna have to be that B site now. There's the CT smoke coming out. Nice. He's gonna hope to find that entry frag. He sees someone dark. That would be Ember. But looks the other way now, and Magician takes advantage of it from Quad. Finds Mayhem. Can he get more? There's 2 people flashed on the left-hand side, and Ember knows this, and he can't find the headshot there. Gets 1, but it's not enough. Nasty. Last man standing finds the spray onto Magician, but ran out of bullets, and Spider takes advantage of it. God Particles. They win the round. They force Extreme 5 on an eco here.
One thing worth noting actually is that the God Particles lost 2-3 rounds in a row and actually still had enough money to buy that round and still win it. So now they're just rebuilding that economy that Extreme took so long to get rid of. Nasty, oh wow, already almost 2 kills with just that deagle.
It feels weird because Nasty just, I don't understand. He doesn't get normal kills. He just gets like these weird 1-deags or the weird like, I don't know, just really nasty kills. He doesn't go for normal sprays like normal human beings. He just goes for the risky plays. And it seems to have paid off. Not this time, however. Ember just picks up that kill. Nasty was just standing in the open, as one does. And now we're back to a 4v4. But as you can see, Extreme 5, no weapons whatsoever, no armor even. Wimp, the 1-deag onto Ember. This is good stuff. And now B-side is completely open, but Extreme 5 do not know this. And there's the rotation coming out from Shivy to hold B-side, but they did not push. Extreme 5, they're finally going to move up Banana now, which is a bit too late, but still, they can move up Banana. They can pick up that AK or M4 on the ground, which is perfect for them. Shivy's waiting for it, however, He spots them and he falls back. It's a smart molly to buy some time as he falls back onto the site. The rest of God Particles are rotating from the A side, as you can see on the minimap. That's Magician and Spider making their way towards B. There's
No smoke,
no flash, nothing for Extreme 5. They're going in completely dry. And they might have just gotten that kill onto Shivy. This is good stuff. Mayhem finds one, but Magician trades it back, gets Wimp as well. And KRC finds Magician, but it's down to a 1v1. There's no time. The bomb has yet to be planted. It's Mayhem versus Spider, and Spider finds that headshot. Mayhem goes down. That was
after time.
Very close for a 1v1. I don't think it was after time, was it?
It was after time. Look
Oh,
at
wow.
I think look at his money.
This is really, really bad for Mayhem now and Extreme 5 in general.
Yeah. After time for him, it looks like. So yeah, he's the only one who can't buy anything. I mean, the others could have bought maybe AK's armor no utility or Galil's an armor, but he couldn't buy anything. So just gonna go for another eco. So again, Godproc is building economy.
And again, Knight Rider finds that frag. On this time onto KRC. The op doing wonders here for God Particles. As Extreme 5 make their way towards apps. There's two people mid here. One of them has the bomb. That will be Wimp, who's deciding to fall back and peek towards Banana and make sure they're not about to get flanked. This is a double eco for Extreme 5, so this is very, very rough for them. And Nasty does not spot Spider, who walked through the smoke!
Oh,
What was that? Was
I
that
think I
just
saw
reflex?
I think his rifle might have been sticking out.
Oh, that was so close, but still a good pickup for Nasty, who manages to pick up an M4 as well. Maybe they can hope to turn this one around, or not. No, they cannot. They just walk through the smoke straight into Shivy and Ember's crossfire. Knight Rider picks up the last two kills as well. That's a 3k for the op this round. But now Extreme 5 can finally buy.
Yeah, really good crossfire there on mid. They pushed through the smoke, but both players, I think it's to the star, and I believe it was Ember, who was just had that perfect crossfire in mid. That regardless if they get one kill, they would have been immediately traded off. But now finally, Extreme can buy. They're not going to have any ops, however, but they at least can buy. So this is something. To star obviously did not want to upgrade, because he needed money for next round in case they lose. And they might just, I mean, the op is already down. That's a very big pick very early on in the round. Extreme now with a chance, and with the op basically out of the round.
Ooh, Magician finds KRC, but it does get traded back by Nice Ember. Finds Nice, sorry, I believe Wimp found Spider. There's Shivy dropping to Mayhem as well, which means Ember's the last man standing in a 1v3 situation. Yes, he is the top fragger for God Particles, but is it too much to ask of him to win this 1v3 for them? He's already down to 67 HP. He's got nothing to work with except for a defuse kit here. No nades whatsoever. He does know where the bomb is. There's the smoke coming out from Extreme 5. A flash as well. Trying. There's a molly as well. Ember's down to 20 HP, and it is an easy pickup for Wimp. They do win the round in the end. And this is good stuff for Extreme 5. Maybe they can now end the half on a 5-10 scoreline, which means they'll have a bit more room for error.
Yeah, but it was a good thing. Players like To The Star did not upgrade last round, just so they can have enough money this round. But it is a barely. I mean, you have 4 rifles. Well, one of them's a submachine gun, and you have one 5.7. I'm a big fan of the 5.7, so you can still do a lot of work with it, especially an instant headshot, but if it's close range anyway. But it is going to be tough. I mean, it is going up against AKs. No ops on either side either, so this is going to be a pure rifle round. Well, rifle and pistol round. And let's see, Extreme already with not the best starts in the game, considering this is their map choice. So they need this last round. God Particles, if they get this last round, they're going to be very comfortable for the second half.
Extreme 5, they're feeling the pressure.
Nice nade, wow.
Ooh, it's a good nade. Mr. Nice drops to 50 HP thanks to that nade. Banana is smoked off, but that smoke's gonna time out soon, and so it is refreshed by Magician. Seems like Extreme 5 might just go towards A side here. Nasty's really close to mid. It's a smart flash from Wimp as they make their way, looking towards Roller. He spots a shoulder, and Spider goes down. Can he get Shivy as well? Yes, he can. That's perfect for Nasty. Those two entries are exactly what they need to make their way onto the A side. They can plant the bomb in peace. Ember and Magician are far away. Magician's taking the long way around, going towards mid instead, but it's Ember who's closer here. Nasty's holding a bit of an off angle. No one would expect him to be here, but he decides to go and move up close instead. And Ember might not be expecting this, but he does spot a shoulder, and he does find that headshot onto Nasty. Loses a bit of HP in the process, but Ember will take that trade gladly, as he finally gets the backup he needed from Magician. Magician finds that headshot onto Wimp. KRC still on side, however, and he manages to kill Ember, so that's his efforts shut down through the wall. Magician managed to line the dink, but it's not enough. KRC shuts him down, and Extreme 5 win that final round. 5-10 to end the first half.
Yeah, look at Ember's score as well. Really tearing it up for his team. And Extreme 5, they did actually win this round, so this at least makes it plausible. I mean, or at least possible. But it's gonna be tough. I mean, it is a 5-round gap, but if they can win the pistol round on their CT side, then they can actually bring this back. I mean, if you win the pistol round, and say if the bomb does not get planted, and then they force spy, if you can win that force spy, and then the third, and then the eco right after that, then you're talking about 10-8. So that's already bringing it back. That just goes to show the importance of the pistol round. And that's kind of why God Particles have led so far. They've been winning those kind of rounds. They've won the pistol round. They won the following rounds as well. So Extreme 5, if they can win the pistol round here, or maybe the force spy after, in case they lose the pistol round, then they actually can come back in this. But if they lose the pistol round, that's the real issue. If they lose the pistol round, and then they're forced to maybe force spy, and if they lose that as well, then you're talking about around 13-5. I mean, because obviously you're gonna have to eco after that as well. So that's I think would be too much of a gap that Extreme 5 won't actually be able to come back at all. Even if they win the following rifle round, they're gonna have to literally win almost every round. I mean, what mistakes can they make? 2 mistakes maximum, the entire game, if they lose the pistol round and the force spy. Then it's just playing for overtime. But if they don't, and they lose that first rifle round, then it's basically GG. You're going to talk about an eco after, then it's going to be 15. So a lot of pressure on Extreme 5 at the moment. But one thing, if you're an Extreme 5 fan, is the nice thing is it is their map pick, so they are comfortable on this map. So supposedly they might have something up their sleeve. At least hopefully for them. But
as you've said, Inferno is CT-sided, so it's not looking all that grim for Extreme 5, but still.
They need the pistol round.
Yeah.
That's the most important, because it's just it's all about that gap and how many mistakes you can make later in the game. Because there are going to be rounds where they're going to be aggressive, say like they push down mid or second mid, or second mez in house, or maybe down banana, and they get entryed. And as soon as they get entryed, then they take the bomb site, the God Particles that is, and suddenly they lose the round, and they're going to be forced to maybe save the last remaining weapons. Then that's already a mistake made. Those mistakes are very commonly had, and you can't really prevent those mistakes because you never know what your opponents are doing. Because the opponents might be doing something that perfectly counters what you're doing. Say you go 3-4 people banana, and then to just do naded molly and try to take over control. Most cases it's 3 people. But say you do that and suddenly God Particles has a tactic that makes them go towards short or long, or even through apps. Those 2 people are going to be heavily overwhelmed. So there's always going to be tactics that might counter yours, even if by accident.
Yeah.
So you know, it's not always that they have the read on each other. Sometimes just coincidentally your tactic counters the opponent's tactic. And if you don't have a lot of margin for error, then you're basically risking that those mistakes can cost you the entire game, especially if it's going to be on their map pick.
Even though CS:GO is a skill-based game, there is still an element of luck.
That's the beauty of it, pretty much.
Hmm.
Anyway, we are waiting for something. I'm not sure what.
I believe someone from God Particles is lagging, I want to say.
Possibly.
Not quite sure what we are waiting for. As soon as we get more information from the admin, we'll let you guys know. But for now, God Particles are leading 10-5. They'll be very comfortable with this heading into the T side.
Yeah. You know, maybe just to fill in time until it starts again. One thing I've noticed in the last 2 games I've seen Extreme 5 play is that they have a player called Wimp, which used to be one of my favorite players back in 1.6 in the Danish scene. He's one of that name. It also was given to one of the legendary 1.6 Danish players. So whenever I see that name, it reminds me of a bit of nostalgia.
Ah, so you're biased to Extreme 5, is that what you're saying?
No. That's fake. Keep in mind, Wimp was playing with MTW back in 2008, 2007. So you're talking about a decade ago. So that's a long time. Most people have not even been around back then. Nowadays, sort of sad that no one knows that name anymore. Anyway, it is live finally, so looks like God Particles is actually going to go towards an apps push. And keep in mind, Extreme does have 3 people on banana. This is kind of what we mentioned earlier. If they put 3 people on B, then suddenly, if God Particles goes A. But here's the problem: they are rotating back.
Ooh, Mr. Nice. Landing headshot after headshot. This is perfect for him. KRC backs him up as well. Oh my god, Extreme 5. The perfect pistol. They lose 1, but they win it in the end.
Yeah, that was a perfect position. Who was that that basically got those shots on? It was Mr. Nice, right?
Nice,
In
yeah,
apps,
the
yeah.
double headshot. Yeah.
That was a very good position. Not a single person looked towards him at that point. And not only that, but there was a very good crossfire as well. And considering Extreme 5 was already rotating towards A, that could have been a lot uglier than it was. And thankfully for them, it wasn't. But God Particles, since they did not plant that bomb in the first round, they're actually going to be force spying here. Oh, nice pre-fire.
Ooh. As we've said, there is an element of luck in CSGO.
He did miss that pre-fire though, but he got
Yeah.
the second shot.
He got the second one. You can say it was all skill. I would say there was a bit of luck there, but
Yeah.
Shivy gets the kill nonetheless. And Nice goes down. It's a good start for God Particles here. P250s and CZ to work with.
Only 3. There's only 1 person on B.
This could be the round that God Particles are looking for. They all rush through the smoke. He was waiting for them nasty, and he does get 1 kill, but that's all he managed to do before Knight Rider shoots him straight in the head. The bomb can now get planted for God Particles. Extreme 5 already in a one-man disadvantage. Even though they won the pistol, this is odd stuff, really. And it looks like they're not gonna go for this. I don't think that's a good idea. He should have gone for that, right?
For that round?
For the
No.
retake, yeah, it's a 3v4 versus P250s. And this
Yeah,
is
but keep in mind they already took the side and Extreme 5 has no kits. So they would have had much longer time, and not to mention God Particles since they already took the site, they already set up positions for countering the retake. So that could have been much more expensive. Not to mention, if they lost the guns, they would have given the guns to God Parkles. Now, since they did not get the guns, now look at them. To the star, instead of getting a FAMAS or an M4, has to buy his own AK. Same thing for Ember. You know, the only one who doesn't is Knight Rider, who got that MP7 earlier. So, since they did not give away those guns, God Particles have to actually buy those guns. So Extreme 5 can still work with what they have for this round. So, yeah, I definitely believe this is the right decision, considering they took way too long to retake. If they were a bit sooner, and they were already closing in on site by the time the terrorists are already getting in, and they weren't set up in positions yet, then they could have actually retook the site, especially since the bomb hasn't been planted yet, etc. But since the bomb was already planted, it was a bit too difficult for them, really. Look at this molly. Okay, now they know he's there. They can nade him out here.
Ember gets that kill onto him. It's a good start for God Particles. As Mayhem hides in the smoke, he might just surprise them here. They know he's in there somewhere, but they can't seem to land the shots. Ember is there, however, to save the day and finally shoot Mayhem down.
Ember's like, I'll show you how it's done.
They get the kill in the end, and they fall back. Oddly enough, teams really like doing that. They get a kill. They get 2 kills on Banana, and then they fall back out of Banana for some reason. That's a good flash. Knight Rider has to look the other way, but he was not flash, which means Nasty couldn't get that kill, but KRC responds and trades that kill back. Still a 2v4 situation. God Particles definitely have the advantage as they head onto the A site. Magician does not spot someone hiding in that corner. That would be nice, but Nice couldn't get anything done there. Magician finds the headshot in the end. KRC, he's got an M4 in the kit, but I don't think he really wants to go for this 1v4. Yeah.
I don't think there's anything you could do here, so best just to save that rifle. Either way, they're going to be EQing next round. No reason to throw a flash and give away your position, though, man. Just stick to a place and hide. I don't even know if he can get away with this.
Ooh, he actually dinked him, but it wasn't enough.
I mean, if it's going to be eco next round, if he has that rifle, he has something at least to work with. It's going to be an eco anyway. It's better than a pistol. But KRC, they already know his position, so I don't know. Will he be able to get away with this? He's very close to one of the terrorists. Because to the stars.
Yeah, none of them wants to peek that angle, and he will survive to live another day. 12-6 for God Particles. They're getting closer and closer to that map point. Extreme 5, even though they won the pistol, they haven't really won anything since, which is a worrying trend, as you can tell from their economy.
And since they are going to be equaling, this is going to be a 13-6. It's kind of what I was warning you about earlier. They did win that pistol round, but they did not win the following round. So since they are going to be saving here, it's going to be up to a 13-6. And it is Extreme's map pick. So if they lose this, if actually God Particles wins this, they're going to go towards, I think it's Mirage, which is their map pick. Check real quick. It is going to be Mirage. It's their map pick. So it's going to be even harder for Extreme to come back. And definitely so far, it's not, even though it's not over until it's over, it's highly improbable they're going to be able to come back at this unless they have one miraculous CT side after this and they're in their first rifle round.
Yeah, they're gonna need something special here. But so far they have not been delivering, Extreme 5. On the other hand, God Particles are having a very, very good game, especially Ember, who's at the top with 23 kills. 6 more than anyone else on the server, so he's having a very good game. He's even got 5 assists to back that up, so Ember's having a good game so far.
More importantly, 6 deaths as well, so he doesn't really die much either. And so far he's not dying either. Knight Rider.
He finds the entry onto Wimp, but Mr. Nice trades it back. Important to note that Knight Rider, he went in all on his own, and he actually baited Extreme 5 into rotation here. They left the A site completely open, actually went to CT spawn before realizing that it was a fake, and God Particles managed to plant the bomb as it ticks away here. Extreme 5, they don't have much hope of winning this round, but two of them have really nothing to lose here. Mayhem and Nasty, both with USPs and no armor, so they could attempt for an exit frag or two.
Yeah, that was a perfect fake from Knight Rider. Pulling off what Hasselhoff would have always done. Just do a drive-by on the side. Baits out the enemies. And it looks like they're just gonna save a Mac 10, which is fine enough. Oh, sorry. They do save that M4 from KRC. I didn't notice that for a second there. That's good at least. And that Mac 10 can at least do some damage. But is he gonna keep it? I mean, he could elect to keep it. It is a good weapon.
No.
But nah, they know that they can't really make a lot of mistakes here, so they're just gonna go for that full buy. And let's see. And this is gonna be one of their last chances to actually get this back. If they lose this round as well, I don't think there's much of a chance.
Yeah, there's the op from Magician coming out, and Wimp goes down. Extreme 5, they cannot afford to lose this. There's only one guy left on the B side, and he's not even holding from sight. That's Nasty, who's holding from Flower Pot. But he's finally going to make his way towards the site. As God Particles start to look towards mid here. I believe that is Spider who's looking for the entry. He does find that headshot onto Nice. That's a good flick from Spider. Nice reflexes. Knight Rider keeps it going with a kill onto KRC as well. Mayhem, he is the closest player. He's at Arches, and Knight Rider finds him with the op just at the edge of the smoke. Nasty's the last man standing for Extreme 5 in a 1v5. There's no way he can pull this off. I don't think he's even going to go for it. He knows that it is impossible. Extreme 5, this was their chance. Their best chance, really, to get something out of this map. But it seems like they cannot. In the end, Shivy finds Nasty with a headshot as well, so not even a weapon saved for Extreme 5. God Particles lead 14-6.
Yeah, and this is looking at the money now. It's almost a guaranteed game point, even so, or map point actually. And yeah, one of the viewers said earlier that Extreme's not even gonna get 8 rounds on this map. It looks like you have a possibility of being right, actually.
Yeah, perfect prediction.
Yeah, but it's not done yet. They are almost gonna really give away this round. Nasty takes way too long to purchase or anything, but they are gonna have half armor. But let's see, is it gonna be enough to get it? It's highly unlikely, but it is something at least. Decent nade, but it did come from behind them.
Ooh, Flynn. He's got nothing but a CZ, trying to jump over the wall, and Ember finds both kills. That's Nasty and Wimp going down. God Particles can make their way onto the B site now. CT is smoked off. But then again, they've got nothing to fear. It's only Mayhem with a P250. Nothing really dangerous or worth getting worried about. Here's Knight Rider above the smoke with the op, finds that kill onto Mayhem. Just as he spotted a head above that smoke, Mayhem goes down, which means Nice and KRC, they'll be hoping to get something out of this round for Extreme 5, but they might not even be able to do that. Chivy finds KRC, but he can't seem to find that kill. This could be risky. Where is KRC? Looking straight at the wall, and Chivy does get that kill in the end. They can't quite find Mr. Nice. He's hiding in the library. He finally find him. They lose one player to get that kill, but still shut him down in the end. They do, and they lead 15-6 now.
Hard to get really excited about this game, Moro. I mean, it definitely seemed like Extreme had a lot more to give on the plate after seeing their match yesterday. And definitely doesn't seem like they have much to give here against God Particles. Getting completely overwhelmed, and on their CT side, now this is their last chance. They're going to have that op, they're going to have all the rifles, all the utility. So this is their last chance. This is now or never, Moro.
It is indeed now or never. Maybe, just maybe, they can still turn this map around. They're gonna have to play some really, really good Counter-Strike to make that happen. Mayhem is watching Banana with his op. Here's Mr. Nice looking mid as well. God Particles yet to make a move. Magician pushes up from Banana, gets that one kill onto Mayhem, but Wimp traded it back. Still a 4v4 situation. The bomb still a T-ramp here for God Particles as they're all split up on the map, looking for an entry anywhere. They can't seem to find anything. Extreme 5. This is one of their better rounds here. How defensive they've been. You see Nasty holding from Arches. 2 people holding from the site on A. They're not even going to contest Boiler or mid, which might be the smart thing to do here. Nasty can get lucky through the smoke, but it's going to backfire here because Spider knows exactly where Nasty's standing. He can even pre-fire him if he feels like it. Nasty falls back towards CT spawn instead. Look at that, God Particles. They moved the bomb around. They went to Banana. They're already at the end of Banana here. 3 of them even. Wimp is the only one on that B side. He's got nothing but an op. But he can maybe pull this off. Nasty finds Spider. But Wimp has to fall back towards Coffin. CT is smoked off here. God Particles. They have access to the site. Because also Ruin is smoked off. Wimp gets picked off by Knight Rider. They're just spots ahead, and that's all he needs to do to find that kill. 3v3, the bomb is planted. Extreme 5, they have to go for this. There's really no doubt about it. Chivy and Ember both hiding at Grill here. As Knight Rider just watching from Banana. 2 people from Extreme 5 make their way from Ruins, and they're looking the wrong way. Nasty goes down. So does Mr. Nice. My god, Knight Rider. He's amazing with that op. Chivy finds that final kill for God Particles. They win the first map. 16-6.
Yep, and that gives them the advantage going into March. Not only do they have a map lead, but they are going on their favorite map as well. Or their map choice, I should say. And I don't know. This is not a final you'd expect. I mean, this is going to be the last region for us here in Phase 1. So we were hoping possibly for a closer game. And I don't know. Let's see what Extreme can actually offer on Mirage. If it can be at least a little bit closer than this. Maybe at least bring it to a 1-1.
So far, underwhelming performance. But God Particles win map 1. As we move on to Mirage, which will be our second map of the day. But before we do that, we're going to go for a short break where hopefully Extreme 5 can enter map 2 with a fresh mentality and perform better than they have already. In 9 minutes, we'll be back with map 2 of the final best of 3 here at Delhi. It seems I had my mic off. I'd like to apologize for that. I was literally talking to myself. But welcome back to the Cobx Masters, guys. Back to map 2 of the final best of 3 between Extreme 5 and God Particles. In case you've missed it, map 1 Extreme 5 did not perform well at all, and God Particles stole away Inferno. This time we're on Mirage and Extreme 5. They have to come up with something. They have to do some magic if they want to win this and force this to map 3.
Do some magician? No? I got lost on deaf ears. Yeah. They need to need to do something. Yes, it was their map pick that they lost, Extreme 5. So now that it's coming down to God Particle's map pick, they actually have a big advantage coming into this. Not to mention that they have a 1-0 lead in maps. So if they actually manage to lose this, it will come down to cash, which I think can go either or. I mean, cash is a very balanced map. So if that does come to a third map, that is. Right now, still slightly unlikely. We do have a knife round here, so I guess it really depends on who starts on the knife on the pistol round. But they are getting flanked here. Spider. Oh, he does get them from the back. Gets 2 from the back.
The knife round chaos ensues, and God Particles end up winning in the end, as Chevy backstabs his own teammate. But God Particles win out on the knife round. The question is, which side do they want to start on? And they choose to switch, surprisingly enough. They're going to start from the CT side. I expected them to be very comfortable on the T here. But still, CT side start for God Particles on Mirage.
Yeah, so not only did they win the other map, and quite convincingly, but now they actually get to start on the stronger side of Mirage, which I think this is the worst case scenario for Extreme. The only thing that can maybe brighten up their hopes here is if they can actually win the pistol round. But it doesn't look like that so far. Definitely doesn't look like that so far.
Yeah, not the start they were hoping for. And God Particles already with a 3-man advantage. It's only Nice and Nasty left. Our 2 antonyms from Extreme 5. But yeah, Nice. He's stuck at top mid behind the boxes. Ember actually finds Nasty there with some good USB-esque work. There's no really room.
Oh.
There's no room at all for Nice to move. He does get that 1 kill onto Knight Rider. Bit of a lucky headshot.
Yeah.
But yeah.
They're not going to be too upset with that, though. And that was a very dominating start, actually. Like, they didn't seem to be all so worried at all. And not only came down to that pistol round, where they actually needed that pistol round to really get a good start, considering how bad the first map was. But because they did not get that bump, they are going to be force buying on the second round. It really depends on what they can do, these Deagles, because the weapons that they're going up against should be able to counter any close range battles. Submachine guns are stronger than pistols.
Generally, you would assume that, but still, there is the 1 Deag potential. It's still there.
There is always,
since, UMPs and MP9s do not one-shot kill from the head.
As soon as a Deagle misses, though, that's the issue.
Yeah.
If you miss the first shot of the Deagle, then you're going to start spraying in close range, and that's unlikely to get anything out of that. And the submachine guns are very good at just mowing people down without any issue, actually, in terms of recoil. So, especially if it's long range. If it's short range, I mean. If it's long range, it's a different issue. Oh, looks like they might. Nice molly, though.
Running towards the side as fast as they can, but Chivy and Spider were both ready for them. Here's the UMP dropping. This time it's Wimp who wins out with the 1 Deag. Picks up the UMP as well. But Shivy is there from short to shut Mr. Nice down. Ember gets that kill onto Wimp as well. Nasty's the last man standing versus 4. Misses the deagle shot there. This time he hits it through the wall. A headshot on Magician. No luck, all skill, baby. But he's still alone versus 3. It's not really looking good for Nasty here, as he hopes to maybe get one more. He does get his wish, finds that headshot onto Knight Rider, but Shivy trades it back. Still 2 kills for Nasty, a kill for Wimp.
It's not bad.
Not that bad, yeah.
They are going to go on an eco though, so those 2 submachine guns, they're still going to be useful. But they did lose a lot of money as well. I know you guys can't see much of money as the Goat TV's not showing it. But I can tell you that only 2 players, actually 1 player is 3k, 2 players have 2k. Knight Rider deciding not to buy anything with his 2k, going for that P250 in armor, just hoping on surviving so he can buy an op and not have to buy any armor either.
Yeah.
Ooh,
survive this, that is, and Ember finds that kill onto KRC. Mayhem couldn't get anything done. Knight Rider helps out there with the P250. Magician gets in on the action as well. This is good stuff for God Particles. Everyone getting killed. Spider, it's his turn to find the headshot onto Nice, and God Particles lead with a clean 3-0.
3-0, and now the dream for Extreme 5 is that they can actually get this first rifle round. I mean, this is a CT side map. Keep in mind, there's a lot of rounds to be had on the CT side, but there are very good momentums you can get on the T side to get quite a few rounds actually. Some of those maps you can do that, but they're going to need at least the first one. Oh, he messes up a jump, but it didn't.
Knight Rider, he was flashed and he couldn't quite get that shot through the smoke. Mayhem is down to 4 HP, however. Not the stud Extreme 5 we're looking for in this gun round. He's down to 4 HP, but he is still alive and still capable of doing some serious damage to God Particles here with that AK. It's Mr. Nice who's got a UMP. KRC has a Gilil as well.
Alright, is also lucky to be alive as well, considering how open his position was. Don't think the star actually saw him.
Knight Rider finds that 1 kill with the op, but KRC trades it back. The Gilil doing some work. Nasty finds a headshot onto Magician as they slowly make their way onto that A site. Seems like it's cleared of CTs and the bomb can be planted in peace. As we see Nice gets that bomb plant down. Spider finds KRC at connector. This will be the retake for God Particles. It is a 3v3 situation.
2 kids as well.
It's looking good. Nice is holding from CT with a FAMAS. Spider nades. Molly's out Ninja just to make sure there's no one there. Nice drops there to Shivy. There is someone still Tetris. That would be Nasty, who's at full HP from Tetris. He does get Spider, but it's not enough. Ember and Shivy clean up those last 2 kills, and they should have the defuse down. God Particles lead 4-0.
Good retake. And a nice try, at least from Extreme. Mr. Mayhem, although with his 1 HP, did last as long as he possibly could, but you know, 1 tickle would have got him down, so it was expected he was going to go down eventually. But I think he got 1 kill as well. No, actually he did not. He's still on 0, I just noticed. And yeah, unfortunate starting for him so far, but one lucky thing for them is that Knight Rider still cannot afford that op, so he's gonna go for that submachine gun. Just hoping that one of his teammates can maybe drop him next round.
Ember finds that headshot onto Magician, but Wimp responds with a headshot as well. This time, sorry, Mayhem goes down, so does Magician. So we're in a 4v4 situation as the bomb gets planted finally. KRC had a few attempts to get that bomb plant down, but he gets it in the end. Shivy finds Wimp from CT. Molly's out Ninja, but there's no one there. Knight Rider making his way from Policy. Spots someone sandwich. Takes a moment to shoot just to make sure there's no one else there, but he did not check Tetris, and KRC takes advantage of it. Finds that headshot as he hides in T-ramp. Still a 3v2 for God Particles. And Nasty's making his way from short now. Oh, through the smoke, Nasty! That was Nasty! That's another one! He hears the defuse going down. Can he land it this time? No, he cannot. It doesn't seem like it. And Ember gets a defuse. Nasty gets the kill, but it took him too long. Ember defused the bomb in time. My god, that was close.
I'm not sure how he didn't see him after the smoke dissipated, though. But yeah, that was sort of the luckiest positioning of that crosshair. It was getting a lot of kills without moving that crosshair, and he just stayed there, not moving that crosshair. Unfortunately for him, Ember realized he should not be crouching and just instead stand at a different angle, and that's what he did in order to at least guarantee them that round. But that was very expensive. Ooh, Wimp already. An entry.
Good headshot onto Magician, and they can make their way onto this side. Extreme 5. They're looking a bit stronger than they were on Overpass, a bit more aggressive with their entries, and it's working out. They have yet to win a round, though. But they seem confident, and Nasty finds that kill onto Spider. Knight Rider is smoked off, so he can't really join this fight. Mayhem finds a headshot onto Shivy as well, which means Ember and Knight Rider, they don't really want to go for this 2v5. They'd rather save that op and save that M4. And they're calling for a pause as well. So it seems like someone is having internet issues.
Well, network issues. I'm quite sure they're playing on LAN, so...
Yeah. I apologize. Network issues.
But, at least they have 2 weapons to go. Actually, are they going to be able to save these? I think they are. No, they're not. One of them goes down. Okay, so just an op. What are they gonna be able to do with just an op? An op in a dream. Knight Rider. Doesn't seem like... Okay, there. I was wondering if that pause is gonna come in. It is gonna come in, so maybe whoever is having slight issues will get it solved soon.
Nice.
But Knight Rider, what do you think he can really do with just an op? I mean, it is an op, but it is the only weapon that they have.
I mean, and it also is Knight Rider we're talking about. He's had one hell of an op performance on Inferno. So we know he's very proficient with that gun, and unless he gets rushed, she'll be able to get 2 or 3 kills.
That's if they play slow, though. If they decide to push... Say if he's mid and they start to push B or A, then that one op is gonna be basically negated because he has nowhere to go with it. So all he's gonna be able to do is just save. Unless they can get something done with the pistols, but it's usually unlikely they can get much with the pistols. With just P250s or USPs. Depends if they decide to buy Deagles or not. Could be a possibility. We don't actually know what's going to happen yet because as it's paused, no one's actually buying anything.
But surprisingly enough, Nasty, he's got 8K. He's even got... That's a lot of money for someone who lost 5 rounds in a row and just won his first round. That is a genuinely big amount of money. So even if Extreme 5 lose this round, they're not really in such a bad spot.
Yeah, Nasty got... that 2 kills through smoke, and then got all 3 kills actually, and managed to save his weapon. That one round that they planted, so he did not lose that money. And then on the next round they won it, so he did not die either in that round. So basically that was 2 rounds he did not lose money, and he did not drop a gun either. So that's probably why he gathered up to 8K. He could have balanced out the economy a bit by trying to drop one of those AKs to someone else, but he did not, as the rest of his teammates could buy for themselves. So, yeah, he did gather up that money, so he can, if they lose, drop an AK or drop a lot of Deagles if he wants to. But that's yet to be seen if they actually lose this round, which is 4 pistols and an op, so it's very unlikely. Especially since they're already in B.
Ooh. KRC does get the entry onto Spider, but it did get traded back by Ember. He can't quite pick up that AK though. But yeah, they're on the site. B, the bomb is ticking away at B. Here's Magician from behind. Couldn't get anything with that 5-7. That's Wimp getting that kill. As Ember tries to make his way short, but he is met with Mr. Nice's AK, and he can't really keep going there. Still, Nasty does get a kill. Knight Rider finds one, but it's not enough. Nowhere near enough there. Mr. Nice shuts him down, and Extreme 5 win their second round of the game.
Knight Rider should not have pushed whatsoever. There was no reason for him to push. I mean, as soon as he got that AK, he should have saved that AK and AWP. That was the most logical reason. Then to the stars Ivy or to the star Shivy, I'm not sure what he wants to pronounce his name. He would have had an AK and Knight Rider would have still had an AWP. So yeah. And they would have had much more utility than they have now. They are gonna go aggressive though, they decide not to play passive this round. They might actually catch Mr. Mayhem.
They might just catch Extreme 5 off guard here. They pushed all the way to top mid, but they're falling back now. Because they left B side open. Knight Rider is there, however, from just in front of bench, looking towards apps. You see Ember in jungle as well. There's only Wimp here at B apps, really. The bomb is playing really far back. And yet, Extreme 5, they've yet to make a move with 1 minute, or just about 1 minute left. They do get that one kill onto Magician on A site. And Wimp finds the entry onto Knight Rider as well, but Shivy responds with a molly kill, this time onto Mayhem. Ember is all alone here on A, and yet he's making it work. He finds that kill onto Mr. Nice. Nasty knows where he is, but he can't really peek him. He's also down at 10 HP, so it is not a position of power for Nasty, as Spider misses that spray. A bit unlucky. And he's not going to get another chance because Wimp shoots him straight in the head. Here's KRC jumping out. Fakes the bomb plant for some reason. Again, he thinks someone is in that smoke, but there's no one there. Finally plants the bomb. Took him a while. Ember, that's a good reflex kill onto Wimp. And makes it a 2v2, a much more winnable 2v2 considering Nasty's down to 10 HP. So this is risky. Shivy in B apps. He does not check behind him. That's Nasty making his way behind him, but KRC is on the side. He finds that headshot onto Shivy. Can Ember clutch this for God Particles? He's got an M4 in a kit. As the bomb ticks away, not much time left. Needs to make a move, and KRC, both him and Nasty are hiding. They do not want to contest this. They want to buy as much time as they can as Ember spots someone short, but he does not see Nasty at apps. And he finds that kill, wins it for Extreme 5. They reduce the gap to only 3 rounds between them.
Okay, look at Nasty's money. He needs to start dropping soon. He should be dropping one at least, because... Yeah, he does drop one at least, because he should not hit max money. If you hit max money, then you're not going to get anything from winning the rounds, because at 16k, that's the maximum limit. So, at least now he can actually still make money out of that. But 5-3, actually a pretty good middle of the half here from Extreme. They had a very slow start, but they're actually making it up here.
Ember got burned alive a bit there. Spider with a 5-7 can't seem to find that kill, even though they were all flashed. But Shivy with the scout makes it work, gets KRC. Nice, trades it back. There's Spider with a 5-7 getting 2. That's Mayhem and Wimp dropping. What is happening? Are Extreme 5 going to lose this on an eco? They just might. But Mr. Nice is able to plant the bomb finally on that B side. He's got Nasty to back him up. But with 3 CTs hoping for that retake. One of them has an AK as well. But he's about to drop or not. Knight Rider finds that kill onto Mr. Nice. Nasty responds with one onto Ember. However, Magician with the 5-7. Not enough damage. And Nasty's still alive. Knight Rider. Oh, the timing. The timing. He looked the other way. Magician taps the bomb now. He's hoping to bait Nasty out. And he just might do that. He's got Knight Rider to back him up. It's a smart nade. But Knight Rider finds that kill anyways. He does not have a kit. There's no way he has time for this. Nasty, that nade actually won the round for Extreme 5. That was beautiful.
1 HP.
Oh,
wow. I thought he had it as soon as he got that kill. I thought they had it, but I did not see that nade coming whatsoever. That was a surprise nade. That saved them the round. It was an eco. That could have been 6-3 on an eco. and they would have had tons of money coming into this round with 2 weapons in their pack. But at least they made it very damaging, considering Nasty of all people had so much money. Now they don't have as much money as they did before because of losing so many weapons on Nico. So let's see if they can actually win this round. Oh, they already get 2 to the smoke, it looked like.
That's 2 mid players dropping for the Extreme 5. And yeah, they do not have that bank that Nasty had, so they don't have that safety cushion to rely on. He's down to a much more modest 3k. And Extreme 5, they're going to hope to win this round with being in a 3v5 situation. This Magician tries to go for that booth jump, but fails it. We all saw that. It's okay. Everyone fails that jump every once in a while.
Yeah, I still don't know a lot how to do many of the jumps. I'm not very good in movement though, so no excuse.
My
He burnt a
God.
bit himself as well.
Oh, Nasty. I think even he himself is frustrated with that.
Yeah, of course. He wanted that Molotov to go above that ladder so he can flush out any CTs that's holding that angle. In the end, he just burns himself. A bit of a 1G moment.
3 people from God Particles at CT. The bomb plant, it was faked by Nice just to bait out Spider. But that's a smart molly, and Nice has no time to get out of there. He does get the bomb plant, however. So that's something that Extreme 5 can work with here. Wimp and Nasty. One of them is at Palace and one from Jungle. Oh. They both get kills. There's Spider and Magician dropping. Wimp looks the other way as someone pushes from Connector. That's Shivy, who's down to 18 HP. Wimp, he does get that headshot onto Shivy, but the bomb defuse comes through. He ran out of bullets there. He couldn't quite kill the op. And Knight Rider can't find that kill either. He'll be able to save that AK, but Extreme 5 lose the round. God Particles came through with a defuse.
It was quite expensive though, still. Only 2 people survived that. They do still at least win around God Particles. They haven't had the best mid of the half so far. As soon as they won, I believe it was 5-1 in the beginning, they started to falter a bit, but they are starting to make it kind of bring this back a bit right now as well. But Extreme 5 is playing very aggressive this round. Already with an entry.
That's Wimp getting 2 kills now. As he has shot a bit through the smoke. Ember just at the edge of the smoke finds that kill onto Wimp, but KRC, with the help of that molly there, responds and finds a kill onto Ember. God Particles, one of them disconnected, I believe, so we are going to pause after this round. But for now, this round is alive. As the bomb ticks away, Extreme 5, they've got the 1-man advantage here. It's only Shivy and Spider who can hope to go for this retake. But I don't think they want to. In the end, it is very, very risky. Spider has got a lot of utility. He doesn't want to waste that much money. In the end, they're going to save their weaponry. Spider picks up an M4 off the ground. And so Extreme 5 reduce the gap to only 1 round. They're already looking much, much better than on map 1.
Was that disconnect before he died or after?
After. It was after he died.
Alright, then it's not a big deal. He does rejoin the server just in time as well. So gonna go for the pause. And those 2 weapons, not really gonna be able to do much with them. I don't think they're even gonna be able to drop much. Maybe ohms or pistols or something. And it does look like they're gonna go for it. So a bit of a risky buy. They do drop, I believe, an M4. Yeah, they only had an AK and an M4. A 4 actually, last round. So this is a buy here from Knight Rider. So let's see, it's gonna be a very shoddy buy, so it's not really that safe to call yet. It depends on how Knight Rider, if he gets a kill here on mid. They're playing very aggressive here, Knight Rider. Is he gonna get it? Oh.
There's 2 people there. Both of them have nades in their hands, however. Nice was not expecting. That's a nice double dink from Knight Rider.
Himself.
The flash! But still, Mayhem gets that kill. Knight Rider could only get one.
How
And he
did
got
Knight Rider
traded
kill
back.
him?
I believe the flash flashed both of them, but somehow Knight Rider just had his crosshair all wrong.
It didn't show on the GoTV, I guess, but he wasn't blind, according to what we've seen. Didn't even have the white, the white logo that shows that
Yeah.
he's blind. It just seemed like he missed the bullets. If anything, the flash went behind him as well, so I don't think there's any reason for him to actually be blind there. I don't know. Bit of a messy shot, but at least he does get one kill. And Magicians brings it back to their advantage here. Looks like they're going to go towards A, which is a smart move. There's only one person here. Who's that?
Oh.
Magician.
That is Magician hiding behind CT booth. He does get that kill onto Nasty, but Mayhem trades it back. Loses a lot of HP in the process, though. The Spider makes his way from CT, finds that kill onto Mayhem. The bomb is taking away, but Wimp, he's peeking CT, and he loses that fight. It's Spider who comes out on top. And it's Spider who's going to get the defuse here for God Particles. 7-5, the scoreline.
Yeah, and keep in mind they did bring this back based on 3 rifles without any utility and 2 pistols. So that was actually a very good round from God Particles. And now they have the money to actually buy an AWP and have a really good buy here. While Extreme, on the other hand, do not have that much money, so they are going to buy anyway. I believe KRC is going to buy Galil here. No, he's going to buy Tech 9 utility. Okay, I didn't know anyone used Tech 9s anymore. A lot of people seem to be using CZs these days.
I like the
Even with a nerf. I don't like it as much as I used to. Well, let's see.
It's a good gun. It is a good gun. And Knight Rider
Showing
makes
more
his
attack sale.
output, getting 2 kills, but nice response. Gets a headshot from long range. Nasty through the smoke. Finds Ember as well. This is good stuff from Extreme 5. They can plant the bomb here as Magician finds a sneaky double tap onto KRC. It's another disconnect.
I think Knight Rider lagged out, actually.
Yeah, but he was dead. He was dead already.
No, he wasn't dead yet. When he died
at the start of the round.
He got 2 kills and he started walking to a wall when they killed him. So, maybe a bit frustrating for him. He disconnected right after that as well. It looked like he lagged out a bit. Continue defusing, man. They get really close. They do win the round, but I feel like that was a lot closer than it should have been. Okay, my Knight Rider was still up and running, but I did notice he started walking backwards in a way, just looking at nothing. So it did look like he lagged out a bit. And if they actually lost that round, I don't know. Would they have caused issues? But I mean, I'm quite sure they would have had at least a few complaints. But they did win the round in the end, so
yeah,
not too big of a deal for them.
So I don't think they're gonna ask for a restore, but they could. But something tells me they won't ask for a restore. Anyways, they have 8 points in the first half, so they've already won the half here on the CT side. But still, 8-7 for CT on Mirage is not really what you'd be hoping for. You kind of want a bit more.
Look at Nasty's scoreline as well. 16.
This is like a complete 180 degrees for Nasty compared to his performance in the first half on map 1, where I think he finished the first half with only 5 kills on the T side. This time he's already at 16, so much better stuff from Nasty here. I can't quite say the same for Mr. Nice and Mr. Mayhem, though.
It does seem a bit of a one-man show, though, at the same time.
Yeah.
So that's sort of an issue, as well as... Okay, some people are really dancing with the camera. As much as it's nice that he's doing really well, it is a team game, so the rest of his team does need to step up as well. I've noticed Wimp, although only showing at the moment 0 KD because he has 10 and 10. Sorry, 1 KD. But the nice thing about Wimp, at least, is that he's getting so many entries, I've noticed.
Yeah.
He's doing really well in those entries. And that's actually what's been winning them rounds. Nasty has been playing well near the ends of the rounds, but Wimp is getting a lot of kills in the beginning of the rounds. So he did perform really well for the team. They're both performing really well for the team, but the rest of them are not really doing as well as they should be doing. And in terms of God Particles, now they actually need these last 2 rounds, honestly, if they want to have a bit of a lead here. And those viewers who's asking which map it was, the first one, it was Inferno, which was Extreme's map pick, and they lost 16-6. So already a good start from Extreme considering the first map. Definitely more competitive than it was in the first map.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like even though the scoreline is 8-5 for God Particles, the rounds have been very, very close. A lot closer than map 1. So Extreme 5 are playing better, but is it good enough to contest with God Particles is the question.
That's the question that's yet to be answered. It's not a question that I can answer. This is something that Extreme themselves have to answer. And maybe they can on their CT side. I mean, 5 rounds isn't the worst thing in the world, but they could use a few more, especially if they win that pistol round on their CT side at least. So we'll see. I mean, it's still early days, but we are waiting now for, I believe, Knight Rider, who, as I mentioned earlier, seemed to be lagging out a bit. He's currently restarting his computer, it looks like, trying to solve his loss issue. And hopefully we'll be getting started as soon as possible, Moro.
Hopefully. But for now, we can only speculate on whether the issue will be fixed with a simple restart, but it should get fixed because everyone else has some good internet. You see people dancing around on camera.
Yeah, the
There's
2
even
star
some
has been
people
shaking the
drawing.
entire pause. I'm wondering how he's not giving
Yeah.
himself a headache.
Shivy is just having fun. Too much fun. But fun nonetheless. I mean, when you're bored, you can play around with your DPI a bit. Why not? But yeah, Mr. Nice, kind enough to draw a few sprays for us. One of them is about to time out, actually. That's sad.
How can you tell that it's going to time out?
It's getting more and more faded with time.
Oh.
Ah.
He's just switching around his stickers. I have so many of them that I don't use, but get them obviously for free. Would never buy one myself.
That's what they all say.
Yeah. Well, there's some people clearly who buy it. I mean, I see a lot of pro players buy their own, like, what do you call it?
Tag?
Paint? Yeah.
Yeah. Bit of an ego boost.
Just so they could write it on the floor.
Yeah. Write it on the floor with 70,000, 100,000 people watching. Why not?
Well, they do make a lot of money doing what they do, so why not? If you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars per tournament, might as well spend a few hundred of those dollars just to buy like things you just draw on the floor that will disappear in 10 seconds or like 2 minutes, like that little tongue face that's disappearing now.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it is a beautiful picture that Mr. Nice has drawn for us here today.
That rip and that little bit of
a rip tombstone with the heart ascending into an angry mouth at the top left. You can tell that whoever died was not a good person. He's definitely going straight to hell.
Well, he has a heart with wings.
Yeah, but it's
Who's the
flying.
angry face then?
Even double sword. So
it's a pirate.
Whoever just died, whoever's tombstone that is, he died in a knife fight. And
maybe
his soul is ascending, but it's ascending into an angry mouth, which could signal hell. So
Yeah.
in the end, in this beautiful rendition by Mr. Nice, you can see some tastes of classical era and Baroque here, with the references to death. But finally, we can unpause the game. It's about to go full artistic mode there. We can unpause the game.
I
No
don't
more
think the stream
graffiti
even sees
drawing.
what we're seeing. I just realized they're all looking at CT while we're looking at Mr. Nice. Unfortunate. There's a lot of storylines we were creating on that one little painting.
Yeah, it was a good painting.
Yeah, we are going live though finally, and looks like it's gonna be mostly an eco from Extreme 5, so it should be a 9th round here for God Particles.
It should, but it's not written in stone just yet. However, Magician helps it along with that kill onto Mayhem. Still P250s to work with for Extreme 5, so the headshot will definitely be their tool to win this round, as Mr. Nice just demonstrated. Getting that kill onto Spider wasn't a headshot, but a kill nonetheless. So they make their way to window now. You just mollied your own teammate, my friend. What was that molly? Not really the coordination I was expecting from Extreme 5. Oh, you just shot your own teammate. Come on, guys.
You see how they looked at each other as well, kind of like, how could you?
Come on, guys.
That was your friend.
This is very odd stuff from Extreme 5. You see their nerves are starting to get the better of them as Wimp jumps out the window with 10 HP left. But they walk straight into Ember's crosshairs, who doesn't quite get that kill. He's down to 50 HP, but Wimp is pushing with 10, and he lands that headshot. That's perfect for Wimp. And Ember goes down. Mr. Nice finds Magician. Knight Rider goes down as well. Guard Particles, they're going to lose this on an eco to Deagles and P250s. Here's Shivy with his M4 looking towards Connector. Finds that headshot onto Nesty, and that's the bomb going down. There's not much time left. Shivy, he might actually clutch this for God Particles, getting that kill onto Wimp as well. Mr. Nice picks up the bomb, and he has to run straight towards the site to get the bomb plant in time, but he's not going to make it. It's way too late. It's way too late. You need 3 seconds at least to plant the bomb, and he just ran out of time there.
3.5 seconds.
Yeah.
It's hard to calculate it, but yeah, it's around that. And it's safe to say if you plant when it's 4 seconds, then you're basically guaranteed to plant. But anyway, 9-5. They were expected to get that round, so the fact that they made it so close was actually a really good try from Extreme. It even brought to a 1 versus 1. I don't know why I had such a hard time saying that. But this is going to be the last round. Money doesn't matter at this point. It's going to be the last round. Buy what you can. And they're both going to have everything they need except an AWP on the T side. So Knight Rider has an advantage here, but he might get shot if he looks a bit too far. Especially as Wimp. Okay, he kind of gives away his position though.
I mean, you're never going to land that jump headshot with the AK, my friend Wimp. There's just very little chance of that happening, and he just gave up his position for free there. Forced to move around as they go through Connector to take that A site. There is someone at CT that, sorry, under Palace, that would be Ember. Magician from CT, however, responds with a kill onto Wimp. So it is a 1-for-1 trade. But Extreme 5 have control of this site here. They have yet to plant the bomb, however. It's Mr. Nice who has the bomb. He's going to plant it here. Choosing to plant it in a very safe position. He actually cancels that plant, Mr. Nice. But he has no reason to worry.
I think. Yeah.
His teammates are helping him out. He's going to plant for short instead as Chivy throws an optimistic molly. Doesn't quite hit anyone as they all make it out alive. Spider got nothing but a FAMAS and a flash. But that could be all he needs. Clutch this round for God Particles. Both him and Shivy make their way onto the side. That's a good flash, and KRC gets that first kill. Oh, Mr. Nice finds the second. It looked like KRC flicked, but no, yeah. It was not a
much
flick.
nicer than it actually was.
Yeah. Still, God Particles win the first half 9-6. Extreme 5. They've got some catching up to do.
This is definitely a much closer game than it was in Inferno. Yeah, that's much to say. Even though Extreme got as many rounds as they did on Inferno, they did get only 6 on the first map, but this is only halftime, not the end of the game. So if they are, especially since they are on their CT side, if they win this pistol round, they can actually bring this back and have him has it as a timed game. So far so good from Extreme, and a decent half from them. It wasn't so bad. I mean, 9-6 is still a good scoreline. It really depends on how well God Parkles performs on their T side.
Yeah. It's not a bad scoreline, but still.
Yeah.
Not
They would
quite.
want more, of course.
Yeah, not quite what they were aiming for.
Oh.
As they attempt to take this A site here, Knight Rider finds that headshot onto Wimp. The USPS not getting anything done for KRC. Ember gets Mayhem as well. Here's Mr. Nice getting that kill onto Ember, but it's not enough. Spider, both him and Chivy get kills. As the bomb plant should go down here from Magician. Nasty is still alive. He is hitting shots, getting that headshot onto Knight Rider, but still, it's a 1v3 situation. It's not looking good at all for Nasty. He can attempt to go for this. He's got really nothing to lose here. As he slowly makes his way out of connector, Magician is on the site. He's really, literally on the bomb. Then he spots Nasty there. Straight to the head. Extreme 5 win the pistol. Sorry. God Particles.
Where's the pistol? Yeah. It's kind of like you forgot, like, they actually switched sides, right?
Yeah.
No, but that was a pretty big domination on that entries. On A, actually. I thought it would be much closer than that, and they definitely seem to be decently comfortable so far. This has only been the pistol round, but with that in mind, if they do get this force buy in the following eco, they're already going to be so far ahead of Extreme. So far so good here from God Parkles. They are in a map lead, but this is their map pick as well. So they're going to need a good T side, especially considering they only won 9 rounds on their CT side, which isn't a bad scoreline if you think about it, but more like it, many teams don't really know how to play T side. It really depends on the teams. But some teams are very lackluster on their T side, while some teams are actually very good on their CT side on Mirage. So Extreme 5, if they're actually really good on their CT side, this can cause an issue here from God Parkles. It would be kind of interesting to see both teams lose on their map pick as well. That's something we've seen often in any of the regions actually in phase 1 so far. And this is the final game as well in phase 1, so since we've not seen it, it would be interesting to see it. Do you agree?
Yeah. Well, one can only hope for now.
Yeah, but it's still early days. 37 seconds, and they're still in T-spawn. They just basically switched positions, some of the players. They have not decided where they want to go, but it looks like they're going towards B, as the bomb is on the way there, but they are very split up, the terrorists. And they have to be careful because if they're going up against pistols. But look at this fake. It's working.
Left. They're faking on A, and it's worked. B is completely open. It's only Mr. Nice there, but he just realized it. He heard footsteps, and the bomb gets planted. Mr. Nice stops the bomb plant in time. There's no time left. Did he actually just win it single-handedly? He did. He single-handedly won the round for Extreme 5. Mr. Nice. That was not very nice.
I was not. Instead of watching the players or the observer, I was watching the minimap this entire time. And as they were faking, I saw one player, that last player who was exiting, went out window, then went back in through window. And there were two terrorists who went in the site, and one decided to go towards short. Mr. Nice actually went towards bench and shot the bomb planter when there's only 10 seconds remaining. So because they did not cover the bomb planter or check the site thoroughly, they basically threw away that round. And that's really sad. It's really, really sad. But that is a start that Extreme needed here.
That is CSGO in a nutshell, but this time God Particles are looking better because Spider just gets kill after kill with the AK. That's 2 people dropping. God Particles can pick up some good weaponry here. It's only KRC left for Extreme 5. Knight Rider should be able to find that kill easily. Chivy finds an M4 as well. This is perfect for God Particles. They lead 11-7 as they get closer and closer to match point.
Yeah, considering Yeah, they should not have lost at Force Spy because that's one of the reasons why you shouldn't cut the time so low. But they basically showed, okay, you know what, we're just gonna out-duel you, and that is what they did this round. Forcing Extreme now to eco. And unless they cut it close again, where one pistol wins the entire game with basically shooting a bomb planter, this should be a 12th round here from God Particles. There's no reason that Extreme should win with 5 USPs. Unless they hit a miraculous shots right now, double headshot in every USP shot here.
Miracle is what they need. But will they get it? This is the question. Nasty's been hitting his shots so far. But is it going to be enough? Ember just found that kill onto Nice as they make their way onto the side. KRC gets the USPS thing, but it's not enough. Magician and Ember respond with kills of their own. It's only Mayhem and Wimp left here for the Extreme 5. Wimp goes down, so it's only Mayhem. He does spot someone and does get that kill onto Ember. Stops the bomb plant at least. And a kill as well for Mayhem. But still...
If this was 10 seconds remaining...
the weapon switch. The weapon switch. He was not expecting Night Rider there. And the round goes to God Particles.
Extreme 5, again, no money on the board. Even with that one win earlier. They basically reset any kind of loss bonus that they could have gotten. But they did build up an opportunity to take a lead in this half just because of the winning that eco where God Particles went in too late. But no. Just because of these out duels, suddenly they lost all their weapons, and they're forced to eco 2 rounds in a row. This time with Deagles. Oh, they're not even looking.
Mayhem gets that one kill with the Deagle, but it's not enough. They lose Mayhem and KRC here, Extreme 5, and Wimp goes down as well. This is disaster. A side is completely taken over by the T's. God Particles can plant the bomb here, but they're not planting it just yet. They just want the kills. And they do get the kills. Nasty and Nice drop. Bomb plant goes down as a bonus because why not? Shivy will take that extra point and extra gold. But God Particles lead 13-7. They need 3 more rounds to win the match. Extreme 5. It's now or never. It's really now or never.
It's definitely now or never. And Extreme, although they had that one op, and 4M4 is like everything they need for this round. This is their last chance to really make it work, and this is really sad. They had such a decent lead, and they won that Force Spy, and still they could not make anything out of this. God Particles completely running away with this, and this is slowly looking like a 2-0.
It is indeed looking to favor God Particles, at least. As God Particles slowly make their way towards that B side. They're trying not to make noise. As Shavy joins up with Spider and Magician and Apps. There's a good flash from the CT, buying some time, flashing all 3 of them. A smoke as well. But God Particles respond as they slowly inch forward. This is a good spot for Nasty, and Spider does not spot him moving to Van. If he jumps up, he's going to pick up 3 easy kills. Really, he does jump up, and he does find Spider, but the rest all scatter. One of them goes back to pick up the bomb. That would be Shibby. While Magician chooses to push underpass, goes straight to connector, where KRC is waiting for him with an op. Ember, however, responds with that kill onto Mr. Nice. Night Rider finds Wimp as well. Brings things back to a manageable 3v3. As they aim for that A take, Night Rider sees someone in jungle, but he's super close. Can't really win that fight with the op. That smart move by Night Rider to flash and move. Oh, he gets 2 of them. They're fully flashed. And Night Rider, he finds one. Shivy finds the other. That was a perfect flash. Took Extreme 5 by surprise, and God Particles win the round.
Was that a 3v5?
That was a 3v5, yeah.
What were Extreme doing? I mean, so Extreme 5, what are they doing? They got those 2 entries. The rest of them should be easy as long as you have your crossfires. But no, they're just taking one by one duels, and they lost every single duel there. I mean, it's not the fault of those two people got flashed there at the end. It kind of looked awkward. Looked like Knight Rider actually missed that shot. He could have died there without getting a single person. But he does eventually get them. They did not retaliate in time. And now all it's missing is 2 FAMAS, 2 OMPs, and a CZ. And a dream here, Moro.
The dream doesn't seem to be real. Knight Rider finds that first kill onto Mayhem. As Nasty's a bit aggressive here in BFs. Might pay off. They might not expect him to be that close, or they do. And Spider... Oh, Spider actually went down there, and Nasty picks up the AK. This guy, I swear. It's when he pops off, he really pops off. Is he gonna push through the smoke? If he does, Shivy's waiting for him. And he is pushing through the smoke, and Shivy
doesn't even get through it.
Promised, yeah. Nasty goes down, which means it is a 2v4 here for Extreme 5. Hoping, fighting to keep their dream alive. But right now, it's not looking good at all. Guard Particles should be able to take over that B side. There's no one there from Extreme 5. They've completely given it over to the terrorists. They might just end up saving their weaponry here. KRC, he sees an AK and he might just get greedy enough to go for that AK. But yet no one is watching mid from God Particles, so he should be safe enough to grab the AK and run. Or not, actually. That was not an AK, that was a FAMAS. I apologize. From a distance, in my defense, from a distance, they kind of look the same.
Well, for the very least, they are going to try to save this last round. And that's better than nothing. I mean, this is a lost round, guaranteed. It's nice. I'm actually be able to get an AK here. But he's getting overwhelmed. I don't think he's going to be able to save the ump.
He might not be able to save it after all. Oh, Ember just at the last, not even second, half a second, gets that kill. God Particles, this is it. This is match point for them. Extreme 5, they're going to have to fight this with 4 FAMASes. Well, never mind, 3 FAMASes. Nasty apparently does not have enough for a FAMAS of his own. Never mind. There it is. He just threw it away just to mess with me a bit. But 4 FAMASes, 1 M4, and 1 diffuse kit. Meanwhile, God Particles, they've got money for days, and Ember finds that headshot onto Wimp. Magician gets Mayhem as well. They trade 2 for 1 as Knight Rider with the op. That was a good flick onto KRC. They've already taken control of A side. They can plant the bomb as well here, God Particles. This is a quick round. Is Knight Rider hoping for someone to pop out of that smoke? Mr. Nice finds one, and Knight Rider responds with an op shot of his own. Nasty's the last 1 versus 3. He's got the kit. He might be able to make this happen. He gets Shivy with the FAMAS. Is it enough, though? It's a 1v2. He's won these before. He's won a 1v3 even. He spots someone at ramp. Tries to smoke him off. Could he go for the ninja here? He definitely could. Picks up an AK instead. He does not check his left-hand side. He's defusing the bomb in the smoke. Can he get him? No! Spider shuts him down with the AK. God Particles win in the end 16-7. They win the series 2-0. They're your champions here at Delhi.
Yeah, and I honestly thought it was going to be a much closer game than Inferno. In the end, they only won 1 more round than they did on Inferno. It seems like God Particles, this on their map pick, are a lot more comfortable on T side than they are on CT side. And that definitely showed there. Although with a few hiccups on the way, they knew that this is their side to win. And Ember and Knight Rider, again, topping the scoreboard with their scores in the 20s. So, yeah, I mean, what else do we have to say about that game? There's not much else to say about that game. God Particles definitely deserving this win.
Yeah, it was a very good performance from God Particles. They absolutely deserve this 2-0 victory. Well done by them. Hard luck for... Oh, I apologize. Hard luck for Extreme 5. But in the end, God Particles are your champions here at Delhi. And that was it for Phase 1 of the Cobx Masters. I
Yeah, I
hope you
guess that's
guys
it for
enjoyed.
us as well.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. We enjoyed casting it for you. We enjoyed showing you these games and these players.
Yep,
But
and
that's the end of phase one.
yep, that's the last from us, me, Daredevil, and Morrow here. It's been a pleasure this whole month of phase one. We've had plenty of regions, and just as a little before we end this, as a little uh, final note is that we've had all these different regions. We had Pune, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Bengaluru, Ahmedabad, Chennai, Kolkata, Kohima, Jaipur, and now Delhi. These are all the regions that's been played over this past month, a little bit over a month, and now we finally have finalists from every single of those regions. So congratulations from all these different regions in phase one. And yeah, that's it from me and Morrow.
Yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed. If you have, make sure to follow the Cobx Gaming Twitter and this YouTube channel for more info on phase two, when it starts, the matches, and so on and so forth. But that was it from us here at the Cobx Masters. Thank you guys for watching, and we hope to see you again for phase two.
See you.